Okay, but before I do that, I'd like to report a battery. The gentleman in the security uniform there.
Okay, there's cameras right there. So if you're filing a false police report, I'm going to arrest you right here on the spot.
Let's do a video.
He told you to leave the property. He can put his hands on you if you're not leaving, just like I'm going to.
It's okay. Does that not say public lobby, deputy?
That's what they call it, but it's not open to the public. Make sure you get that. I'm recording too. Right
I know. I'm amazed that you're acting this way and you've got a body camera on. It says
I'm acting this way. You're the one here causing problems.
It says I'm requesting that you write a report that I'm accusing this guy of battery.
I'm going to write it. I'm not writing a battery report.
Who is your supervisor?
What's your name? Thomas?
It says it right there on my driver's
Anthony,
license.
whatever your name is. I've only been doing this 27 years.
You still don't know how to read a driver's license?
What you just said is not a battery.
Okay.
No, I have eyesight problems. That's what I have. Okay, well that's not a battery. I can put my hands on you right now. It's not a battery.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the video. Okay.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I thought you told me you didn't have to.
I've known him a long time. I didn't say that. When did I say that?
I'm recording what you're saying. You said I don't have to look at the video.
That's not a battery. If I accidentally bump into you,
it wasn't an accident. He consciously. I told him to stop, and he reached in and grabbed my hand again. And her report to a law enforcement officer for a police report is consistent with what the video shows. And if it's not, charge her with what you threatened to charge me with to try to scare me into not reporting.
I'm not scaring you,
sir.
And you're not leaving, and all of a sudden you pop up with the phone. These phones actually can be more than a phone. All right, I can show you video of a phone that's a weapon. It's a gun.
What's up, everybody? It's Danny from Constitution State here today. I hope everybody's having a good day. Today's video comes from Gift Card. This took place in Florida and involves the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. This guy went to a jail to try and bond somebody out, and they wouldn't let him through. He said, "Isn't that a public lobby over there?" And they said no, so he took his phone out to record. The Securitard didn't like him recording and tried to grab his phone, pushed it around, and grabbed his hand. And then these deputies show up and do absolutely nothing. They make every excuse under the sun to try and justify this guy breaking the law. They say a million times, "That's not battery, so is it theft? Was he trying to steal my phone?" This is the statute for battery in Florida.
You're not going to do that.
Hold on. I'm not going to do what?
You're not going to do that. Do not put that video on me.
No, I'm going to record it.
You make a U-turn around the building.
Okay.
Back down the street.
We have public lobby denoted on that sign. And this gentleman, is that a public lobby, sir?
Did you hear the instruction I gave you?
But I'm asking you a question. Is it a public lobby? Ma'am, you could... Okay. So what's going to happen if I try to access the public lobby after I park?
You're going to charge for trespassing. Because you were
Trespassing on public property?
Public property. This is a secure facility, sir. This
Right.
is a jail.
Well, it says public lobby right there, right? Is that a public lobby or not?
Check one.
Miss, can you get a deputy here, please? Okay, is he on his way? Okay. I'm going to make a report of a battery on that gentleman. I have him on video reaching into my vehicle and touching my hand. Are you detaining me?
No.
Okay. Do I have to show you the ID?
I'm asking for it, yeah.
Okay, at this point, I'd rather not.
Okay, walk back to your vehicle.
Okay. But before I do that, I'd like to report a battery. The gentleman in the security uniform there.
Okay, there's cameras right there. So if you're filing a false police report, I'm going to arrest you right here on the spot.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Look at the video.
He told you to leave the property. He can put his hands on you if you're not leaving, just like I'm going to.
It's okay for him to put his hands on me?
Yes.
He reached in and touched my hand.
When he's telling you to leave,
okay,
and you're not leaving, he can do that.
Okay.
You don't come here.
I'd like for you to make a report of a battery.
Give me your ID then.
And then will you make the report of the battery?
I'm not going to make a report of the battery. I'm going to make a report of the incident.
May I speak to your supervisor?
No. Let me see your ID.
He reached in and grabbed my hand. He said, "Don't record me." And I recorded him anyway, and he reached in and grabbed my hand. It wasn't because I was parked there and talking to him. I was talking to him about, there's a sign that says public lobby. Is that a public lobby or not?
It's not open to the public. No, it's not.
It's not a public lobby?
It's Sheriff's Department property.
You think someone should change the sign then? Does that not say public lobby, deputy?
That's what they call it, but it's not open to the public. Did you read that sign?
This should be a real interesting... Okay, this deals with contraband, right?
Right. Were you searched?
No.
Okay. Did he tell you to leave?
Yeah, but I was trying to go to the
Okay,
public
he told
lobby.
you to leave. You cannot go to the public lobby without being searched. Furthermore,
Okay, I'd like to be searched to go to the public lobby.
You can't go.
Well,
unless you're posting
without
bond.
being searched or without or at all?
At all. Because
I
you're
thought
not
you said
posting
without
bond.
being searched. Didn't you say a second ago without being searched?
Yes.
This should be an interesting one for YouTube. So now you're reversing yourself and saying I can't go at all.
What
even
I'm
if
saying is you cannot go in there unless you're posting bond. You didn't ask to post bond.
I'd like to
Did
post
you?
bond.
Let me see your ID then.
Okay, I'd also like to make a report of a battery.
You already told me that.
Okay, are you going to write that report up?
Not on battery, no.
Will you look at the video and verify he battered
Will you
me?
give me your ID, please? If you want me to do anything?
No.
No? All right, get out of here.
I can't wait here for the guy I'm waiting for to come out of jail?
You cannot. Go.
And you're going to arrest me if I don't leave this spot right
For
here?
trespassing, yes, sir. Go. I don't even
Okay.
know who you are. You're not identifying yourself.
I'm a member of the public.
Okay, you're not identifying yourself.
Is this public property?
No, it's not. It's Pinellas County Sheriff's Department property.
Okay.
And if I tell you to leave and you don't, you will be arrested. You are refusing to identify yourself.
If I identify myself, can I stay?
Here?
Yeah.
No. The visitor parking lot's that
I'd
way.
like to go post bond. May I go post bond?
I will look into that and make sure that the bond hasn't been posted. And
Here's
because
my
of
ID.
all the trouble that you're starting, I shouldn't even let you go in there. Period.
What kind of trouble? The dude put his hands on me without my permission. I want to write up a battery report, sir.
Okay,
Now, you told me to read
You said
this. That's about contraband.
Okay.
What about this applies
so
to me?
you
this
want a
sign?
battery report.
Yeah, I do want a battery report. He battered me.
Okay, how's that?
He put his hands on me without consent. Let's look at the battery statute. I'm sure you have it in your car somewhere, right?
I know the battery statute.
Okay.
Do you?
I think so. It's been a while since I looked at it, but I believe
Oh, really?
so.
Okay.
He reached in and touched and grabbed my hand without consent. I did not consent to be touched.
So if I go like this to you, is that battery?
I don't know. You tell me.
You tell me. You know so much about the law.
I'm asking you. He
All right,
grabbed
that's
me.
not battery.
He grabbed me.
That's not battery.
Okay.
Okay. You weren't listening to him. He told you to stop recording him, and he probably told you to leave, that you can't go in there.
Don't I have a right to record? County employees do in the execution of their duties?
You can record all day long down from at the visitor parking lot. That's where the media records, okay? You're nothing special. Make sure you get that. I'm recording too, right?
I know. I'm amazed that you're acting this way and you've got a body camera on. It says
I'm acting this way. You're the one here causing problems.
it says public lobby. I'd like to go post bond. I'd like to go
Who are
inquire
you
about
posting bond on?
I'd like to go inquire about a bond.
Give me a name.
I'm accusing him of battery. The video will show he reached into my car and grabbed me. This is public property. I was recording a public official, a public employee.
This is sheriff's property.
Okay.
Pinellas County Jail property. It's not public.
Well, it says public lobby right there.
Yes, it does.
Is that an incorrect sign?
That's
Is that
if we choose to let people go in there. Visitors go in there, lawyers go in there, bonds people go in there.
it's public only if you choose?
Okay? I mean, you know.
Do you know the statute?
I use YouTube, so I really,
Do you know the statute that says it's against the law for me to put you on YouTube? I'm requesting that you write a report that I'm accusing this guy of battery.
I'm going to write it. I'm not writing a battery report.
All right. I mean,
But I'll write an incident report.
why won't you include an accusation of battery?
Because it's not battery.
All right. Well, it's your discretion. I mean, I'm certainly.
Well, I mean,
who is your supervisor?
What's your name? Thomas,
It says it right there on my driver's
Anthony,
license.
whatever your name is. I've only been doing this 27 years.
You still don't know how to read a driver's license?
What you just said is not a battery.
Okay.
Okay. No, I have eyesight problems. That's why I have glasses. Here's your license back.
I'm accusing him of battery. I don't know why you won't put that. I'd like for it to
I
put
will
in your
put
report.
that in the report
Okay.
that you're accusing, but I'm not
All
gonna.
right.
I'm not gonna make a battery report because it's not battery.
Did you watch the video?
I don't have to.
You said there was a video.
You
and
just described to me what happened.
Listen.
Okay.
Can you give me a call 49100, please?
The guy reached in and grabbed my hand because he was mad about me recording a public employee in the execution of his duties.
Okay. Well, that's not a battery. I can put my hands on you right now. It's not a battery.
Okay.
A jackass, from what I heard. I'm going to look at the video, okay?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I thought
because
you told me you didn't have to.
I've known him a long time. I didn't say that. When
You
did I said that?
I'm recording what you're saying. You said I don't have to look at the video. You've described what he did.
I'm going to look at the video.
Okay, good.
But I don't need it to make a report based on what you told me.
He has no reason to reach in my car and grab my hand. What was
Okay.
his justification for doing that?
I don't know. I haven't watched the video yet.
Okay, well, why don't you ask him? Do an investigation and ask him. He battered me.
That's not a battery. If I accidentally bump into you,
It wasn't an accident. He consciously, I told him to stop, and he reached in and grabbed my hand again. He
Really?
reached in my car a number of times. I said, get your hand out of my car. Don't grab me, or something like that. And he reached in and did it again. I am going to push this issue.
Okay, good.
I'm going to make an internal affairs
You-
professional
you do
standards
that.
complaint, and I want him charged with battery.
that's not
He
gonna happen.
battered me. Well, we'll see. All right.
And why didn't you call the police?
I asked her to get a deputy here, and she said one's on his way. I damn sure did ask her to call a deputy for that very reason. And hopefully there's audio on the camera, too, it'll damn sure show that.
Okay.
He battered me, and I'm going to push the issue. I'm telling
he
you.
grabbed your hand.
Yes, he grabbed my hand a couple times.
Okay.
He sure did. To try to pull my hand away from the phone or pull the phone away from me or something. I don't know what his motives or intentions were, but he grabbed my hand out of anger because he didn't like me recording a public employee in the execution of their duties.
And he put you in fear.
Yes, I was in fear.
That's why you walked back up here, because you were in fear.
I was in fear. I was
in fear.
I wanted to report
so you were
it.
in fear of it, so you walked back up
Listen, I was in fear at the time he did it, and I came back to ask her to call a deputy to report it. Okay? And yes, I'm getting all this on video. YouTube will.
So am I.
Okay.
I can put you on YouTube, too.
That's good. YouTube will see all of it. Your supervisor will see all of it.
That's
hopefully, I'm making access for request of public records, and hopefully get that video if that falls under the purview of public records, and I'll put that on YouTube too.
That's
and
fine.
we'll see how you, a uniformed deputy, let this guy grab me and not do nothing about it. Grab my hand out of anger, putting me in fear, and not do nothing about it. I want something done about it. That's not cool with you. It's your discretion. Fine, use your
I said
discretion.
I'll make a report. I'm not gonna.
All right.
I'm not gonna charge you with battery for that.
Well, will you watch the video?
Yeah.
Okay. What if it shows he committed a battery? Will you still not charge? See, you're making a decision before you even watch the video.
In that case, then I'll send it up to the state attorney and make
Good.
it up. Make it
Good. I
up to
hope.
make it.
I hope so.
Okay, but from what you're telling me is not battery. Bring him to your car. How's
Perfect.
that?
Perfect.
Now,
Thank
If you weren't so confrontational, things would have gone a lot
man,
easier.
I think you
If you
confronted
pull
me
up
from
to
the start.
If you what?
I think you confronted me the way you walked out of your vehicle and
I
demanded my
asked you
ID.
for your ID.
I think it was. I think your behavior was more confrontational than mine.
Well, that's
we'll
that's
let
fine.
the YouTube.
I think that when I
viewers-
watched that video, that you were confrontational with him.
Do you have audio or just video?
I don't know.
Right.
To be honest with you, I know there's video. There's a camera right there.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
think it's
what
audio.
you'll see if
I don't think it's audio.
I think what you'll see is me stop there asking questions and letting them know I'm going to record a public employee and the execution of their duties. And him getting mad and reaching in out of anger and grabbing my hand more than once after I told him not to. Well, you may not hear me telling him not to if there's no video, but he couldn't tell you. He committed a battery. And if you're going to let him get away with it, that's your discretion, man. But you got a body cam, I got a cam, I got a
Well, I
camera.
wasn't here. I didn't witness it.
You're going to watch the
I'm
video,
gonna watch
right?
the video, but I don't
Okay.
think there's any.
All right,
audio.
that's cool. I got the video here.
Was the other lady here?
Yeah, she was standing right outside watching.
She saw the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will talk to her also.
All right. Make sure what she please make sure what she says in her report to a law enforcement officer for a police report is consistent with what the video shows. And if it's not, charge her with what you threatened to charge me with to try to scare me into not reporting
I'm not
it.
scaring you.
Sir, I'm
told
going to
you-
request you on the spot if you make a false police report. Do you still want to report it? I said yes. That's supposed to encourage me to report it. I would have liked to hear, sir, let's talk about what happened. If he battered you, I'm a deputy, and I'll take the proper
Him
action
grabbing
on it.
your hand is not a battery.
He angrily grabbed my hand to control. Listen, he told me not to record him, okay? He should know that he's a public employee in the execution of his duties, and that I'm allowed to record that. You're not familiar with the case in Tarpon Springs?
I know you can record.
Okay, well, maybe you should tell him. That's the reason he grabbed my hand, and that's what my video will show is the reason he grabbed me, because he didn't want me to record him. Now, that's inappropriate, if not illegal, okay?
And
I think you said you know him
But
for a
let me
long
ask
time. Okay,
you-
let's call
let
a
me ask
deputy
you
that's
something.
not good buddies with him. How about
I'm
that?
not good buddies
Well,
with
you
him.
said you known him for a long time,
Yeah,
right?
I've worked here a long time.
All right. I think you're protecting your buddy.
Really?
I think you probably know he's a battery.
All right, I'm going to call a supervisor. How's
Thank
that?
you. I would appreciate
How's
that.
that? We'll see if I'm protecting my buddy.
I'd appreciate
All right?
that.
Just stay right here. We'll get this worked out. All right, yeah, ask her if she can pull that video.
Are you going to let him know it's okay for people to record him so he doesn't maybe grab someone else? Okay.
All that's going to be in the report.
But it's okay to record him either
He's already
way.
told you to leave.
But I can still record him, right?
Right, but you're not leaving.
Right? So that makes it so I
Okay?
can't record
And
him.
then
I
you
had
also
more
said
questions.
You put your phone out the window.
I did not put my
towards
phone
him.
out the window. It was inside my car. It was
Okay.
inside the barrier of my door.
But the issue here, Anthony, is he had already asked you to leave.
Right?
And then you sat there and started recording.
So there are certain times
So
I'm
you
allowed to
cannot.
record him and certain times I'm not?
If you're asked to leave somewhere, do you have the right to start recording
I think so.
and sit there
I think
and not
so.
leave? No.
Well, listen, the proper,
No.
okay, the proper action
cannot-
there.
when
So
you're
the
asked to
proper
leave, you have to
action
leave.
there is to call a deputy and trespass me, not grab my hand, right?
Well, he said he didn't grab it. He said he pushed
Oh, he
your
grabbed
hand away.
my hand.
All right.
He-
Well,
let's
maybe
look-
the video show that. Maybe it won't.
Okay.
I don't know.
He pushed me, he touched me either way.
Do you still want a supervisor?
Yes.
Okay. Sergeant's busy. I've got a corporal on his way.
Excellent.
Okay. So I'll advise him of what's going on and see what he wants me to do. Is that fair?
He's on his way here. He's coming
He's on
here.
his way here.
Okay.
Right now.
Well, I hope I get a chance to speak with him.
Why do you think I called him?
Well, from what you just said, you would advise him what was going on and see what he wants to do.
I'm going to advise him what's going on. He'll want to talk to you.
Oh, good.
He'll want to talk over there.
Excellent.
And then whatever he wants me to do with this, I'll do.
Okay, and you've got
Is
someone.
that fair? Is what I asked.
That sounds hunky dory to me so far.
Okay.
So,
Because I know you're going to try to make me look like the bad guy on YouTube.
well, look, man,
Because you're obviously just doing this.
you
to
have
get-
changed your story a number of times.
I
First,
really?
you said you
How's
would.
that?
First, you said you would not call a supervisor. Then you did. First, you said you didn't need to look at the video and wouldn't look at the video. Then you said
Based
you would.
on, get your story
Okay.
straight. Get your story straight. Okay, I
How's
said
my
based
story
on
not
what
straight?
you said, I didn't need to look at a video. I never said I wasn't going to look at
Okay.
it. Obviously, I can't pull
Well,
a video up
when
from the cloud right now and look at
I don't know
it.
how your video system works, but when I asked you to please look at the video, you said you didn't need to. That implied to me that you would not.
For a battery.
Good evening. Thanks for coming out.
What's going on?
I pulled up to this guard shack here. That's what I'm calling this building.
Okay.
I let the guy know I was here to pick someone up. He said, "You may not go in there." And I said, "Okay, something like I can't park in there, I can't go in there." He said, "You can't go in there."
Yeah, you gotta wait down there.
I said, "Well, does that say public lobby?" And he said, "Yeah, it says public lobby, but it's not a public lobby." And I said, "So are you just making it up that it's not? Because I think whoever ordered that sign to be made might have known what they were talking about." Something like that. There was discussion about, and I said, "Just a minute. Let me pull my phone out to record this." My reason for doing that was I think we have a public employee here prohibiting access to public property. I mean, it says public lobby very clearly, right?
Okay, so
So-
I'll just tell you, you can't go in there to pick somebody up.
Okay.
You can wait here and they can come out
Okay.
here too.
So,
We actually have a lot for you guys right over here.
okay, understood. Let me finish what happened.
Okay.
Then I said, well, I'm going to record this. And I know from a fair amount of research, he's probably a public employee in the execution of his duties. Therefore, the case in Tarpon Springs and several other cases around here clearly dictate that I can record him. Well, he said not to record him. I said, no, sir, I'm going to record you. I believe I'm within my right to do that. And he angrily reached in my car window through an open window, grabbed my hand and shook my hand around a little. I pulled away. I said, don't do that. He did it again, maybe did it twice again.
So did you record that?
I have, when he grabbed my hand, he touched the button that made it stop recording. Because he also grabbed my phone. But I have him approaching
That
and...
should have his hand reaching in.
Yeah, I think I have that.
Can
Yes,
you
sir.
show me that?
I'd rather you see this video. This gentleman said he was kind of...
He's working on that.
Okay.
You have to, I don't think that's going to show inside your car, though.
It'll show him reaching in. Okay? And if you ask him, now he's a public employee, if you ask him, what did your hand do when it was in that vehicle? He's probably going to tell you the truth. Well, I pushed or I grabbed or I struck. That's what he did. His hand, as was clearly his intent when he reached in the window, made contact. Okay. I felt a grab. I felt a push. I felt something that may be described as a strike. Either way, he was trying to prevent, through physical force, the recording of a public employee in the execution of their duties. I want him held accountable for that in the fullest, most severe way possible. I think, I don't have the battery statute here. I was in fear. I felt like he battered me. Okay, this is a public employee attempting to physically restrain and successfully physically restraining someone from recording them. I bet you if I touched his hand the same way he touched mine, I'd damn sure be on the ground with the handcuffs on. Why not him?
Well,
that's what happened.
That's what happened. Okay, so I got your side of it. Let me talk to him.
Yes, sir.
I would like it if you would show me the video.
I would like that video to be seen too, please.
I will, but I would also like to see yours.
All right.
Can you show that to me, please?
Sergeant
I'll play it again.
Sherrill is looking into the video.
Okay.
Do you remember what time that was? It would be easier for her to bring it up.
Here, let me. I'm going to share my sample times.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you.
I mean, was he out of line by pushing the phone away if I was trying to record it?
Well, now he knows you're allowed to record, and I don't think that was the issue.
How long's he been working here?
The issue is you were told to leave, and you were not leaving.
Okay.
All right. That's the issue.
One of the issues.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
In my perspective, another issue is I was within my right to record him, and he physically restrained me from recording him or attempted to do so. Is that out of line? I mean, now he knows I'm allowed to record. Now he knows I'm allowed to record him. Well, he should have known. He should have known better. He was out of line. Either somebody didn't train him right, but that was out of line. Or was it?
He started recording after you were asked to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
So you were out of line in the first place, okay? And he shouldn't have worried about you recording or not. He was more worried about you not leaving.
So the correct response for me not leaving when he said was certainly not for him to reach in and push my phone away, was it? Maybe it would have been say, okay, sir, I've instructed you to leave. If you're not leaving, I'm going to call a uniformed deputy, and he's going to darn sure make you leave. Maybe that would have been a little more appropriate than reaching in and making physical contact and physically restraining me from recording.
Well, we can't see that from your phone. We need to see that from that camera. So right now, based on your phone,
he admitted
you don't have it recorded.
He admitted that he reached in and pushed my phone. He admitted that, right?
He told me that he pushed your phone twice away from him.
Was he out of line in doing that?
I probably would have done the same thing. If I asked you to leave and you're not leaving and all of a sudden you pop up with the phone, these phones actually can be more than a phone. All right, I can show you video of a phone that's a weapon. It's a gun.
So if someone's recording you from inside a vehicle, you're going to push the phone away?
I've already asked you at this point to leave, okay? You pop up a phone and start recording me. I don't know that that's actually a phone. That could be a gun. I can show you pictures online of guns made to look like phones.
All right. Well, this is going to be very interesting content for YouTube. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. That's why you're doing that.
I mean, come on. If that's justification.
Am I right or wrong, Corporal?
That's justification. No, he asked you. Do you agree with him that? Okay. How about this question, Corporal? Would you have done it too if you told someone to leave and they pulled out this device that looks like
I told you to leave and you didn't leave, I would have removed you.
Would you have reached it and just pushed the phone? It wouldn't
have had anything to do with your phone.
What's everybody think about Mr. Novak here? Seems like a failure. If he can't read, what's he doing on the job? If you can't read, how can you read IDs? How can you write warrants? How can you do anything? What did he say? He was on the job for 23 years and he still doesn't know what battery is? We heard it. They've been friends for a long time. That's really why he wasn't doing anything. Well, that and because the dude worked as a public servant. We know they don't charge each other, but that and him being his friend probably had a lot to do with him not writing him a ticket. If it was anybody else, we know they would have. If that was 2 members of the public, we know somebody would have left charged. This guy shows up, he seems to be just as useless as the other guy. They seem to think it's justified because he didn't leave immediately. They kept saying, oh, well, if it was me, well, security isn't the police, but it's still not really justified in my eyes. He wasn't past the secured point, so he wasn't trespassing, he wasn't in a secured area, and he wasn't impeding anybody. This goes to show Pinellas County sheriffs are probably all trash. Did you hear this, fool? Well, the phones aren't just phones anymore. I could show you a video where there's a phone that's a gun. Show me a phone that's a gun that's in production that you can go buy. That's just any old person can go buy, because I don't know of one. And just because maybe one person took a phone and turned it into a gun means absolutely nothing. Does that mean everybody that has a phone now has a gun? I thought people would like to see this. Let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments, and we'll talk about it.